assuming that everybody gets approval, is absolutely. I think it's a huge win for all three companies. I think you have tech-savvy, smart executives running both Disney and Comcast. I think they all made the best decision, and I think everybody will win.
Julia, what happens if Disney decides not to buy, or not to sell, I should say, that stake in Sky, and they end up taking sort of the entire pie? What happens then for Comcast if it plays out that way?
Well, so right now, Comcast is the leading bid for Sky, and they would be able to buy that 61% that Disney/Fox do not own. The question is whether Disney is willing to sell that 39%. I think Comcast is prepared and ready to move forward. Whether they own 69% of Sky or the entirety of Sky, they would, of course, like to own all of Sky. But the thing for Comcast and Sky, and the reason why that deal makes so much sense for them, is because of the access that Sky gives them to the international market. Now, remember, Comcast is a cable company. The cable business is just here in the U.S., while the entertainment business, NBC Universal, is more global. Comcast really sees the advantage of diversifying those cable assets overseas. So we'll see what happens. I think David makes a really good point about the potential for Comcast and Disney to effectively swap the stake in Hulu for the remaining stake in Sky, giving Disney a chance to really develop Hulu as the full owner of that, or nearly the full owner of that, and giving Comcast a chance to really do more with the entirety of Sky. So the question is whether these companies, assuming everything goes forward as expected, would like to remain in business with each other and partners, or whether they'll trade off those assets so they don't have to deal with each other as much as partners as well as just as competitors.
Morris, a lot's been, when we were in the throes of this debate and wondering what was going to happen, some made the point that Disney, aside from having to pay up for the asset, now has to pay for the process of integrating them and running them, folding them into the Disney machine. How tough of a hill is that to climb?
Well, sure, it's a real job, but I made a comment earlier. I think that Disney may be the one company that will prove the exception to the rule. The rule, as far as we're concerned, is that the direction is OTT, television for entertainment. We've seen the model work now for two companies. We believe there's a good chance, because Disney has so much IP, because it's retained a great deal of talent and relationships with talent, that it can really do this. And if you look at it in that context, the deal, not including Sky, I sure hope they do not keep that minority interest in Sky, it really gives them some, number one, immediate assets in terms of filling in one of their key franchises, which is Marvel, giving them Avatar. All these things that, number one, they can create programming, things with and by, and add to their other assets. Secondly, it gives them a call on India. You've got, right now, Fox is the leading direct TV distributor in a country that's just starting to emerge in terms of its ability to afford high-quality entertainment, including a distributor known as Hotstar. So I think it's a great deal from Disney's point of view. Is there a lot for them to do? Absolutely, but I remember having a brief conversation with Bob Iger where I said, "Are you all in?" And he said, "Yes, I'm definitely all in." This goes well before any of this started last February at a conference.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.